Good morning, guys. It is Thursday. I am about to enter in on a trade here. This is the YM on the 1 minute time frame. Actually getting a buy signal here. I'm going to go ahead and actually enter this. Let's put all of our accounts on, and I am looking for this to push a bit higher here. Now, what I like about this is not only do we have a buy signal, if buy signal, we had an increase, sell signal, decrease, buy signal, increase. This is actually forming right now. So in 20 seconds, this candle closes. Now, also something that I love to do with these trades when a continuation trade is when you get these candles, these dojis, where you get a break above here, a lot of times this is where you could see this push even higher. And on your stop loss, you would have it right below this candle, or you can play this profit wave. So in a moment, I'm going to be looking to enter into a trade like this as long as everything pans out. Now, also, I want you guys to be able to get familiar with actually drawing this on your chart like this. This is your swing high and swing low. Do you guys see how this is the high? Here's the low. This is your box that's forming to say if this can push above and close, this is a great spot to be going to continuation. Or if it doesn't, this is sometimes when you could see this decrease and come back down and we could hit to the bottom levels here. So all I'm going to do is play the wave, play the pullback, just as we've done in the last couple of videos throughout this 250K challenge. And if we get a pullback into the profit wave and we get one of these candles forming, I'm going to then play it and have it push to the upside and see if we can capitalize on this. So 17 seconds left. This candle is this is a doji candle, but I want to see this actually into the top and actually push above. And if it doesn't, I could actually see this potentially coming back down and we'll look for a reversal. But I want to stay here live with you guys to actually see how all of this goes on. I'm going to have my custom settings. I have 100 up and 100 down on my ATM. That is always how I like to be trading this. And then whenever I enter the trade, I'm going to have that take profit and stop loss. I'm just going to manually move my stop loss below the candle that I enter in on. And my take profit, I could either have really high and I just trail my stop, or I have it at the next level of support or resistance. So let's see how we can do this. I'm going to adjust this chart because this is now our high on the top here. This is actually looking like a reversal candle that's going to be forming here. And this could potentially shoot to the downside. But the price action this morning, you guys take a look at this. You see how this was really good price action. This was just a nice downward movement, capitalized on a lot. But we're really wicky here on the 1 minute time frame, even on the YM, which typically is a little bit smoother. So I don't want to get faked out this morning either. So I'm going to be looking here at about 8 seconds, 7 seconds. If we end up getting a push below here, I might be looking for an actual entry to go short, but everything is stacked. Everything is stacked in green. So ideally, I want to see this to come down into the profit wave and then come back up and then shoot straight up here would be ideal. So that's the trade I'm going to be looking at this morning. If my background ends up changing over then to black, then I'll look to go short. But I want this long. I want this long so bad right now, guys. I want to enter into this sucker, capitalize on a really good trade this morning, get in and out, and just let this rocket. I love this so far. This is that candle I want. I love this candle. Absolutely love this forming. Whenever you have those continuation candles, so like even in a downtrend, when you end up getting like these dojis where you play the breaks, this is where you can see decreases right here, decreases down below. So that's what I'm looking out for. I'm waiting for indecision with momentum behind it to actually target. And you'll see everything done live here. You'll see the P&L of all these accounts and the trade that I take this morning. Recorded here live for you guys, never on market replay. These are all the take profit accounts that I have. And what we can do too is, feel comfortable actually drawing more boxes. Take a look at this. This is your consolidation box right here. This is just an intermediate consolidation within the overall consolidation spot. So this is just saying, you know what? I don't know what's going to happen. Ideally, when you have these patterns like this and it's flowing, a lot of times you can see big breaks above, but I don't want to just guess. I want to wait for this to pan out and see. So typically, a break above this box is a long confirmed, and a break below is going to be a reversal confirmed to the downside. And right when you have the opportunity to move your stop loss to break even and you see a physical gap, do so. So at least at that point, you're getting basically a commissions free trade. And then anything above that, trail your stop and just pocket money along the whole way. 10, 20, 30, 50, 100, 200, whatever the amount is going to be. I'm going to be trading with just one contract over here on the YM this morning and seeing if we can pull out a profitable trade. But seems to be, there we go. This is the candle I love here. A break above that can be a really nice spot to be going long. I'm going to actually put an order right here. I'm going to go ahead and do buy market as 1. If we end up coming down and getting that filled, this might just end up pushing and going up and continuing even higher. But I don't know if it's going to. Let's see. That could have been it. That was it. That was the entry candle. Dang, I would have already been up on that trade. It's okay. You got to be patient, and sometimes if you miss that entry, it's going to be okay. There, we're getting a push actually even higher now. Pushing up and above. Let's see if we can get a quick little pullback here first, which would be really nice. Testing this area. Quick stop. There we go. We are in. I'm going to have a tight stop on this, though, you guys, right here, right below this candle. If this ends up coming the opposite direction, it's totally okay. And if I get stopped out, it's all right, but I'm playing the wave. Everything with this trade is saying, this is bullish, this is the break, stop loss below the candle entry, and if this wants to continue, it'll continue. The moment we get up here, I'm moving my stop loss just above break even. So like right now, I'm just going to move this, break even. So now I'm guaranteed this trade. So whatever happens from right now on is going to be money in my pocket. And I can just keep this here. There we go. There's 120. Let's move this. Let's trail this up a little bit. Let's give it room to breathe. There's 100. If I can make another $500 across all my accounts this morning, I'd be really happy. That'd be really good. If it comes down and stops me again, like I keep saying, it's okay. It's commissions free trade right now. This is just in. There's 115. Come on, baby, push. I want this to run. There we go. I'm going to move this up. This is probably closer to around like $70 an account. We're getting a little bit of indecision. Looks like it might stop me out here. Maybe for $70. Yep. Okay, stop me out. Where are we at right now? Let's just look at this. Looks like 85. Here, let's go over here. This is a better way to look at this. I'll show you guys this in a second, but let's go over to take profit. So looks like, oh, was the trade copier not on? I thought I had the trade copier on. You guys saw me put that on, right? Oh, that's so weird. Let's go over here real quick and let's see this. It looks like it was just on one account. Oh, that's so crazy. I don't know why it just populated on one. Well, trade copier is on. I don't know why it didn't do that. So it looks like I'm going to have to take another trade. Oh, bummer. We got to stay on here and do another trade with you guys. So adjusting. Boop. There we go. This is our inside box here. Get out of the way, you little silly thing. Go away. Here we go. That's the top. So if we want to see a reverse, this is the time that it's going to reverse. Trade copier is on. All the counts are linked. So hopefully this time we'll actually be able to see everything capitalized together. But so far we are one trade into this. And I just want to be patient now and see if we either get a reversal back down. The reversal back down will shoot right around this area if it does. And then it'll probably pop right back up. But overall, we are stacked. So brighter on the top, faint on the bottom, green on the background. There's literally nothing in here. This is green, 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 green. This is all green. There is nothing saying red. So if you want to play for inverse trades, you have to play the break below this. Yep, there you go, just like that. That is the break below, and this is where this could flush down if it wants to, and a break below this spot, we'll actually see this continue quite a bit. Since we are still stacked, I do want to see if we can actually see this reverse and come back up, just because the momentum overall is still trending in this direction. So I want to see if this will push back up in a second. But this is exactly how I use these metrics. I'll show you guys actually here real quick while we're doing this, waiting for the second trade to pan out. All of these are available for NinjaTrader. This deal is still on. I forgot to actually take this off the other day. So this is actually on for this month. And also for TradingView, which is where I started, about 4,700 people on this one here. This is lifetime access on this, always. If you guys end up going over to take profit and grabbing 5 50K accounts, shoot me a screenshot so I can add you onto the free calls I do every first and third Friday. Actually, this Friday is the next one. And then also, if you do grab those accounts, just use my future success as the promo code to get the least, basically the best price you can, or just this link here. And I'll actually shoot you guys a coupon that will give you a complete month of live futures trading with Ron, basically 12 sessions literally for 99 cents. This drops us down 99%. Instead of 99 for the first month, it's just 99 cents. So just my way of giving back to you guys. But let's get back to the charts. That's why you guys are here, is to say, all right, if I have these metrics, how do I use these metrics? How does Justin use these metrics? So this is what I want to do with you guys. Looks like we're stalling out here a little bit on this trade. It's a bit longer video than I normally do, but hey, I want you guys to see everything. The ins, the outs, the thinking I linked up my accounts, but then didn't. I thought the trade copier was on, but it looked like it was just on one account. So that's okay. We're not going to worry about it too much. If we end up breaking below here, this is where I could see a reversal. You know, something we can do too is if you look at the 3-minute time frame, are we having any patterns that are setting up? You know, right now this is just still consolidating a little bit. So this could still see a big push to the upside. And what I might do in a second is actually just stop the video and then come back on here in a second with the recording, so you're not having to watch me for the next 15 to 20 minutes, potentially just trying to find a trade here. Because this is just pulling back into the profit wave. I like this pullback though. You know, if there was going to be a pullback into the profit wave and then a shoot higher, this is when it's going to happen. So this is where I want to see that break. If we can get anything just right above here, would be really nice. Thank you, honey. You just brought me a nice cup of coffee this morning. What a sweetheart. All right. What are we going to do? What are we going to do with the Klondike bar? That was a really old commercial. You guys remember that one? All right, I'm adjusting. See this candle right here? This was that indecision. So if our indecision amount here is going to be consistent, we're either going to be seeing a break below or we're going to shoot straight up from here and we can capitalize on one of these moves. So whatever happens, I'm taking the move from here. And this is either going to pop straight up and hit this level of resistance and then shoot down to make a head and shoulders pattern, or we're just going to shoot straight down. Yep, there we go. That's the down movement. I'm going to go in right now. Oh, trade copier off. Trade copier on. Hold on. I got to close this. No, not yet. Now that's on. Jeez, made $35 and I was just not even with the trade copier on. Okay. All right, we're doing this. There's my stop loss. I am looking for a short position on this. We have broken below this area. And I want to see this run down now. Again, I'll move my stop loss just below the break even the moment I can see a physical gap here, just so I can try to secure something on the trade. This is my entry candle, the break below. And now I just want this to run. I want this to run really good. And let's make sure all these accounts are actually... Gosh, is it not linking these accounts again? What is happening this morning? Let me go here real quick. I'm just going to keep this live so you guys can see this. Trade copier. Oh, you got to be kidding me. It didn't have all of these accounts linked. No wonder why it's not going. 4, 5. Okay. Now, this is the leading one. On. Now it should be doing all my accounts together. Good Lord, ski. So I'm actually going to close this out so I can get all of these accounts back in. So let's go here, and then I'm going to go sell. So now I'm in. Now I believe it's getting all the accounts. There we go, finally. Now it has all the accounts linked up. What a morning so far. All right, here we go. Stop loss. Bring you down. Playing the break. Playing it lower. Once I see a physical gap, I got to put my stop loss to break even. Physical gap. Are we going to get stopped out? Got stopped out. That's okay. I'm not worried about that at all. We can always re-enter. Seeing a bit more of a push. Let's see if we can get it pushed down a little bit further. I'm going to enter in right now. There we go. Let's get our stop loss. What, did you just not populate a stop loss for me? Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. You know, I always have to have a stop loss. There we go. There's 45. There we go. There's a push. There's more. Now we're getting a sell signal. That's good. That's good. Trade copier's on. There's 60. I'm going to play it right down to this area. There we go. I got to close this out in a second. There we go. There's 100. Anything over 100, I'm going to close this. There we go. Let's close that. Let's see how we're doing for the day now. Everything should be up. which it looks like it's still doing something. Wow. Guys, I'm not going to lie. My trade copier this morning is funky monk. Why am I down on a position? Why am I down when I just got rid of all of that over there? Guys, you see what's going on here? You guys have seen every trade in and out this morning. Everything has actually been in profit. But for some reason, this is actually now going the opposite way. What the heck is going on over here? This is on. This is linked. I've got to actually exit out of this. So now all of these. You guys see this still going? Am I losing my mind or something over here? So now it's out. Now we're actually down. What the heck is going on right now? This is a crazy morning. Everything that is set up has been set up perfectly, but this is not cooperating with me for some reason. That's not good. That is bad because I've actually had a 100% win rate this morning, but this is actually showing my accounts down a bit. Showing one account up and the other one's down a bit. That is so weird. Why is it doing that? I don't know. Well, let's just stay here. We'll see if we can grab out another trade this morning and capitalize on this. I want to end break even would be nice. Get out of here, you little silly thing. All right, here's the YM. We're looking for a reversal now. This could shoot back up. We got about 12 seconds left here to see if this will pan out. We have everything linked on. Linked on. You guys are seeing it here. Just so you don't know I'm making up some shenanigans when I'm trading here. I don't know what's happening there. All right, this is the break where I'd like to see if we can break above. Ooh, looks like we're going to be heading down more. Let's wait a second. Profit wave is stacked. Red background. This is where we can see actually a flush a little bit lower. So I'm actually going to wait on this and be patient and see if we can actually enter in short again here. 1 second. Well, you see the good, bad, and the indifferent. You see every trade executed. Everything looked like it was all green. I actually wasn't even a loss this morning yet, I don't think. But that trade copier, for some reason, is throwing me off. This is why I like to have Tradovate open as well, just to make sure, like, is anything actually still open or not? But there you go. I mean, can't hide it. You guys got to see it. Hopefully that has not happened to you guys before. And if it has, I may be looking into a new trade copier because that is not how I like to trade. All right, this spot right here, I want to show you guys. This is a really good educational video. This is where you can see your indecision and actually a push, either a fake out to the upside, or we're going to see this reverse and it's going to head straight down and it's going to target lower here. So the way to do this and look at these trades specifically is if we end up getting a solid break above, then you can look to be going long, but it has to close up above this section here, this low and this high. If not, this is where this could just continue down even further. And I actually like this as a sell. I'm going to go and sell market right now. I'm going to be placing this right above here. Oh, I might end up getting stopped out on this trade. Profit wave is stacked to the downside. Black background, indecision, candles pushing lower. This is where I want to see a dump on this trade. All right, we've got 2 seconds left. If we end up pushing down even further, I want to see a push lower. If we end up breaking down below here, I'm actually going to add to this position. A break below here, I'm going to add one. There we go. We are in now, and we're going to let this run, and I want this to come back and make up all the profit that we just had on this last trade. Come on. Flush back down. We'll move our stop loss right below here in a second. Oh, if this shoots back up, I've got to go the other way. Oh, look at that reverse. Not even following the trend. Wow. Okay. Well, if it hits, it hits. But, you know, this is your pullback. This is the continuation heading lower. I'm hoping this just flushes back down because that's the way it's showing it wants to go. But hey, with these markets, you never know what the heck's going to happen sometimes. But I do like it. I do like this as the trade to be able to look to go short. And I want it to just flush down and just capitalize really quick. There we go. There's a bit more of a push. Come on, go the direction we need. I know you can do this. I know you can flush down, make up all the silly trade copier issues this morning. Guys, I'm moving my stop loss. I have to move this above. Actually, I'm going to move this right here above this box. Move it down a little bit. Once this candle closes, I'm going to move it down even more. Come on, flush down. Don't come back up and hit my stop. You know, I was talking to someone this morning, another trader that I work with, and I say, you know what, a break-even day is actually a winning day as well. So if I can get this back to all these accounts with the little complications I've had this morning, and I can get it to about a break-even spot, then I would actually be really happy with this. But you're going to see it done recorded live right now because all of this is recorded in live market conditions. So come on, just dump. Give me the dump that we need. $45. I want this to shoot down and go like 200 to 300 in profit. That would be so awesome. That would just make my day so nice. This spot, though, right here, if we do end up targeting right around this, I'm going to exit this out because I don't want the double bottom bounce and then it's to shoot back up because it's looking like it wants to shoot. It really does. I got to move this stop loss to here. I'm going to trail below this candle. So if it ends up hitting above here, that's going to be my reversal candle for this to come back up the opposite way, and it might just stop me out. Sorry, this is much. There we go. I got stopped out on that one. Okay, watch is going to stop me out, and then it's probably going to come straight back down. There we go. We're now getting the push up higher. Let's see if this will break above. All right, I got one more trade in me, and that's it. And then I have to quit for the day. All right, I said I had one more trade in me this morning. Guys, this trade copier and stuff this morning has done me dirty. Look at this. I am basically back to break even on this challenge because of these complicated issues going on this morning. That is so frustrating, but I have to show you guys the highs and the lows and everything. I have one trade. I have one trade left that I want to take today, and then I'm going to call it quits. And you know what? It is what it is. Here again, 1 minute time frame on the YM. I believe everything is linked. Everything is on. Trade cover is on. Everything's looking good. I am now going to be looking for either a break above with our profit wave stacked, or I'm going to wait for a continuation to see if we can get a downward movement in here. And then this will be the last trade of the day. So can we hit break even? It's going to have to be a bit because for some reason, one account is up $175, which all of them should be up $175, but for some reason the others are down $500. So that ain't fun. Let's just be real for a second. And it's so frustrating to see that happen, but you know, sometimes it's just the way that cookie crumbles, and it sometimes doesn't crumble in the way we want. But I want you guys to see it so you guys can see the struggles that I sometimes go through. I want to see this come back down and just dump. This is our indecision. Jink, jink, dink. Play to the upside and then back down. We will have to wait. There we go. There's a break below. This is where a lot of times you can see that break. I'm going to actually go ahead and sell market right now. We are in. Hopefully everything is lined up. Hopefully. And let's see if we can get this pushed down. Go and sell into this again one more time. Let's make sure on Tradovate that everything is lined up. I think it is. I really don't know, but we're going to go and see. If we get a physical gap here, I'm going to go ahead and look to close this out. Let's see if we can end this day on a good high note. Let's see if we come down and we hit this level. I'm going to get out of this. Of course, I got to now secure my stop loss to break even. Come on, can we get some money back this morning? What the heck just happened? Stop filled? How? Did you guys see just what happened? What the heck just happened? I am still, what am I still in the trade? The stop was nowhere near and the price never even went up here. What's going on over here? This is out. Now this is the opposite way on this account when it never even hit the stop loss. What the heck? I think the trading gods hate me this morning. Something is funky and bad. What is going on? You guys saw that, right? It automatically closed me out for some reason. Stop loss was above, price action never even hit it, and it closed out all those accounts. Look at this. It's showing like this is up a little. Now that's up. I don't even know what to even believe anymore. Like, let's go over here. This will probably give me more accurate. This is our accounts. I believe this is what I'm up or down. I don't know why this is down when the other one says it's up for the day. Guys, I'm so confused this morning. I am so confused. I keep saying that was the last trade, but I don't even know what to even believe anymore because this is the most bizarre trade copier craziness. And I don't even know what's even going on. Here we go. I like this push above. Background's green. This is our candle at 41 seconds to close. This is where this could push up and see a big increase. I don't know what's happening, guys. I really don't know. This will be the longest probably YouTube video I'll ever do, but I have to record it so you guys can see this. Oh, frustrating sometimes. Super frustrating. Because now all of my accounts are basically, wait, that's actually so intraday, net liquid, cash value. I mean, we're above the 50K. We're above 50, but it's kind of like we're starting back at break even after all this craziness. But I don't like that. I don't like to be back at break even like that when it's not on our end of a fault. That's where I get kind of frustrated with a couple things like this. Maybe I should just stop right now for the day and be like, you know what? All the accounts are at 50K. It's not you this morning. It's something else going on. You've literally taken, guys, how many trades have I taken? 5, 6? Every single one of them have either been break even or in profit, but only had one loss out of all of it. So we should easily be up a couple $100 per account if all this had panned out to the upside and worked. So, you know what? I might call it a day. I don't know what the heck is going on with the market conditions on NinjaTrader right now. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if it's a copier on here. I don't know if it's the linking between the two or what. But that's not fun. That's not fun at all. So here you go, guys. These are the counts right now. We're just above 50. So it took out the losses for the last couple of days due to some complications today. For some reason, the gross on this says 175, but on here, it doesn't say that. So this count is 475. There's 100 in profit, 95 profit, 95 in profit, and 60 in profit. I don't know. I'm confused. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a day. I don't know what's happening. Let's get back here tomorrow on Friday. Tomorrow's the TPT call for all of you guys to get some education. So let's just call it a day because I don't know what the heck is going on here. Take care, guys.